All right, g'day. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna play some Dune Imperium, the digital kind, because that's the kind we're gonna play on this digital platform in this digital world that we all live in digitally. All right, I can see there's a game up here. Good Boy 49's game. It's a timed game, or a live game rather. Standard leader selection. Hey, let's join it. All right, get that game going. And mention in the Discord that I'm streaming in case anybody wants to come and check it out. All right. One more player, and we are off to the races. Nugatti Knight. Good morning to you. Let me know if I'm saying that right or wrong. Okay, pick a leader. Okay, who have I played most recently? I think I've played the Baron more recently than Ariana, although to be honest, I'm not 100% sure about that. I think that's true, so I'm going to pick Ariana. I might be wrong. Okay, we're in and running. Let's see here. Okay, we've got a daggery opening hand. What have we got in the Imperium row? Cheney, Arrakis Recruiter, Duncan Idaho, Power Play, and Smuggler's Thopter. Interesting. All right, so the still suits has already been taken. Someone is well on their way to kind of a stock opening here. So I'm going to want to use my signet ring probably to go to secure contract if I can. All right, so Ariana, just to remind myself and everyone else, Countess Ariana Thorvald, or Thorvald, Spice Addict. Whenever you harvest spice, gain one less and draw a card. That's what makes her quite tricky to play. And then water on the signet ring. Yeah, it makes her tricky because the kind of normal things you do to set yourself up to sell melange are weirder to pull off with her. Or just outright impossible to do in the same way. Okay, Duncan gets saved. What Imperial Spy pops in. So yeah, I think my move is Signet Ring here to get 3 Solari. Wait, where am I going? Here. Let's just do it. That gets me a water, it gets me some money, and it's easy. Now, if I wanted to, I could go to, let's say, the Great Flat, but I would only get 2 spice out of it. But I would draw a card, which is not really that great in this scenario. If I were to draw a convincing argument, one of the 2 convincing arguments here, then that would be good, because I could get, let's say, 2 Arrakis liaisons or one of these 2 or whatever. If I get a 1-coster, it doesn't do anything to help me. I mean, it could. The row might change by the time my turn comes around. But let's say I go here, I get 2 spice. I could then, I can sell melange and get 6. And the 6 plus this is still enough. It's an extra step over what people normally want to do there. But it would set me up to get the first Swordmaster. Oh. Never mind. That was his play. Right, he went to still suits in order to set that up. All right, so going here is not super attractive then. But what do? I actually don't have... I actually don't have a good play. I think it's just reveal, as sad as that is. You know, these three have already put in 3 troops into the conflict. They're all going oddly symmetrically hard on this. Hall of Oratory is okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. And you know what? It probably is my best play here, because I'm not going to go to Research Station here. I'm not going to blow my water on that, I don't think. So, yeah, it might work out. I might... You know, it at least gets me a troop. The sword is not doing anything for me because I'm not participating in the conflict. So I think that is the play. It's kind of sad. But, you know, maybe a decent 3 will pop up here. With a 3rd to reveal, so 3rd to buy. So there's a decent chance, you know. There's some nice 3s I wouldn't mind getting. If not, whatever. You know, I pick up in Rakkus Liaison. Now, why are they all fighting so heavily for this? All right, well, wait a minute. Did nothing change? Did they not... What happened there? Oh, yeah, she got the Duncan, Idaho. Did Leto not get anything? No, he didn't. Okay. So, I'm just going to get one of these 2s. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to take the Imperial Spy to get some early Solari out of it. Normally, I would take the Rakkus Liaison because I just, you know, better persuasion lets me get better cards sooner. And I like... it's like equal parts. I like being able to get good cards early, obviously. But I also hate when I'm one short of a good card that just sits there and someone else gets it. So it's both of those feelings are motivating me with that. But I decided to get the Imperial Spy because of that access to the Emperor. You know, I'm trying to round up Solari early. It's a bit harder for me to do the thing where I get the spice and I sell it. I want to be using these spaces to get Solari. At least that's how I'm going about things. So having that access to that space, I think, will be helpful. We'll see if I want to trash it for an intrigue card or not when it comes up. Demand respect. Okay. So that's why Paul 42 really wanted to win this, I guess. Siege of Carthage. All right, so I've got these 2 in my hand at the same time. What do I want to do? Well, probably I want to send one of them to Wealth. And it's going to be the Seek Allies because the Persuasion might end up counting for something. I have both convincing arguments in my hand. Unfortunately, I don't have the cards necessary to... I was tempted to like do something like go to get the 2 Solari and then just go for High Council seat immediately. Because there are a couple of nice cards in here, but I can't. I don't have any green. And I'm not sure that would be that great. Anyway, I think I'd rather get my Swordmaster as soon as I can. Still suits. How am I going to go about that? Well, there's 2 there and there's 3 there. That's enough. That's 8. So hopefully I can get it next round. There's also some decent spice here, but again, it's like, it's 1 less for me. It's a card, but I'm going to do it this way. And then the idea will be secure contract with this Dune. Next turn, get the Swordmaster. And I will be the first player next turn, so I can make sure that I get it. Although Leto might be able to get his this turn, but that's fine. That doesn't stop me getting my next turn. If he goes sell Melange now, then if he has a green card, he can get a Swordmaster this turn. Swordmaster also is cheaper for Leto. That's one of the nice things about Leto. Sending an agent to a Landsrat board space costs you 1 less Solari. Can I see? No. Okay, he has it. No, he has 2 daggers in his discard pile, though, and his Signet Ring, so I'm not sure he has any other green access cards. He may have picked up an Arrakis Liaison, but I don't think so. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. So the AI should take over, I believe. It's a little odd that it hasn't done so yet. Maybe this turn will time out and then that'll be it. Yeah, okay, here we go. Who knows? Maybe it was a disconnection. Maybe there was some kind of thing that came up. Maybe it was, for some reason, just giving up on this game already. We don't know. You know, is it like... is it like, oh, I don't have the green cards to get the Swordmaster like I wanted, so I'm quitting? I don't know. Probably not. Hopefully not. Right, well, there's the Sel Melange. We'll see if the AI can play the Swordmaster, so we still get the answer to that mystery at least. Four and 2 swords. Gunthopter. Yeah, Gunthopter is fun. Sure. Missionara Protectiva. Okay, well, I'm going to do this like I said. With the 6 to my name, we'll see what's there when my turn comes around. But at the moment, it looks like a power play. I think I prefer that to the Cheney. Water is, you know, she gives water, which is nice. Water is something I'm not desperate for. I can get it through my Signet Ring. And I just hate other people having power play. It's like that's a lot of this game, I find. You know, it's fun to use the power play and jump up 2 spaces, but so that motivates me to get it. But also, it really hurts when somebody uses it against you, leapfrogs you on a track, steals your alliance. And so avoiding that feeling of hurt. Why isn't this AI going faster? Maybe there's 2 chances to reconnect. Yeah, I could see that. So I think if this times out again, then that's it. It's just, it'll just be AI for Good Boy 49 for the rest of the game. But anyway, yeah. So I'm pretty sure I'll be picking up that power play unless somebody early reveals. Unless Helena has the Signet Ring to manipulate and, you know, reserve it. But I'm not sure if she has used the Signet Ring recently. No. Okay, so it's probably in hand. So I might not be able to get that power play. We'll have to see. Oh, the AI will take over for Good Boy 49. What about the other 48 good boys? Okay, I'm going to assume that that means that there was no green card, because I feel like the AI, one of the simplest like heuristics that would be... Okay, let me take my turn. Reveal. Power play. End turn. I think that would be one of the simplest rules built into an AI Dune player, you know, is like, if you have 8 Solari and you have a green card and it's available, get your Swordmaster. You know, I think that's probably one of the rules in there. So the fact that he didn't It means that the possibility that this was a quit based on not being able to do it, it's possible. I'm not saying it's true. My lawyer told me to say, I'm not saying it's true. And I'm not. Because, you know, people do disconnect. Okay. What do we got? Patrick, the Beast, has won a conflict. What a shocker. Paul 42 has gotten second place. I have been Nowheresville in these conflicts. Nowheresville City. Okay, what do we got? There's the power play. There's the Imperial Spy. There's the diplomacy. Jeez. Oh, and there's the green card. Okay, so now I do want to take the Swordmaster first, because otherwise I might get blocked by Leto there. So let's just do it. Normally I like to leave it until later and do other things first that I might get blocked, you know, with my other cards. And, you know, it just makes more sense if you can, I think, to wait. But given that Leto's sitting on 12 Solari and probably just drew a green card because he just reshuffled his deck, there's a very high chance he goes Swordmaster. And so if I wait, I miss out, which is bad. Now, instead, he misses out, which is much better. Ah, there's the green card going to High Council. Still has 8 for the Swordmaster. Okay. You know, the AI opponents can win games. They're not completely worthless. They sometimes do dumb things, and they sometimes don't do really smart things, but they're not bad. Okay, what am I doing now? I probably want to use this power play. Where am I? I could go up here to get the 2 for the siege. I could move towards it. Do I need an alliance for some reason? There's another power play. I can't go there unless I want to go to Hardy Warriors. Do I want to do that? What am I fighting over? Stuff I would want. I could do a Hardy Warriors, but it doesn't even get me to the alliance, though. It would just be to get me to be able to open up the siege, which I feel kind of whatever about. So I'm going to go here. I'm just going to rocket up the Emperor track. And that's that. And the reason I did that is just because I want to use the power play. And I want more Solari so that I can get a High Council at some point. So we'll just do it. I could have jumped ahead on the Bene Gesserit, you know. But I can get this alliance. Like, I can throw this Imperial Spy away next time and get the Intrigue card and be happy with that, and that should get me the alliance. So, where's this diplomacy going to go now? I guess it's going to go to secrets, or I could still do the Hardy Warriors if for some reason I want to try to win this. I mean, getting 2 of those would be nice. 2 intrigue cards on the beast. No backup troops, though. If I want to put in troops for Hardy Warriors, I should be okay. But there is the intrigue card angle. That's not for sure. And do I want to burn my water on that rather than getting a Spice Harvest next turn? Hey! Fro Pops or Fropups, I'm not sure. Thank you very much for the follow. Let me get an intrigue card. Let me just do that. Nah. You know what? No. I'm doing this. I want these influence points. And the thing is, if somehow I come in second, I get my water back and I get Solari, which I want. So I'm okay with it. If somehow I end up losing. I mean, I don't want to, you know, but whatever. You know, if it means the beast is burning intrigue cards to get this, at least I made him burn them, and I still get something I want. But, you know, I'd rather pay 1 troop for second place than 4 in a vacuum. I don't want to play in a vacuum, but you know what I mean. G manipulation gets picked up. Dr. Yue shows up. Okay. Leto has 5. I guess that's probably Cheney. Yeah. Okay, I have 3 on the reveal. And I do get a sword out of it. I mean, 3 may have been good enough. You know what I mean? 4 may have been a little bit too just like itchy trigger finger kind of thing. Okay, 3. Is it early enough for this to be good? We're going to take Dr. Yueh for 1 and see what shows up. No, I don't want that, but... I don't know if I want that Guild Administrator. Maybe I just want Arrakis Liaison. Nah, we'll do it. Whatever. Whatever. Oh, Opulence. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, I want to get Opulence next turn. That's what I want to do. But I'm going to be the final person to reveal, so it's going to be tricky to do. Red already has the High Council seat. Okay, so I do win here. What do I want? I don't think I need to take that Imperial point just yet. Let me take the Freeman so to unlock Siege Tabor, and I'll take the Bene Gesserit. Look at this load of spice. Where's my water now? I think that's why I kind of was considering not doing that, but anyway, I did it. But there's my signet ring. I can get water again if I want. Okay, so my goal, though, is to get my High Council seat this turn. I want to try to do that and see if I can end up with an Opulence. I'm not sure if I can. If I use the dagger to go there, thing is I have to use... I might have to... What's this card? Oh, a convincing argument. That will help. There's the Swordmaster. So that means the Signet Ring wants to go to Arakeen to draw me that convincing argument. It's one thing that's a little different about the digital game versus the, the board game, is in the board game, you can, if you have a good enough memory and you're keeping good enough track of your deck and the cards you've added to your deck and what's in your discard pile and what's in your hand, you can figure out what's in your deck, right? But if this were a real game, I mean, I guess I could figure out its convincing argument because it's easy to remember that there are 2 of those. But, after the game goes on a bit and you add a bunch of cards into your deck, it's sometimes hard, I find, to think about, okay, I know for sure that the next 3 cards are whatever. If it's 1, I guess it's easier. But in this, you can have 12 cards in your deck and just look and see them all. So it makes things a little bit different. It does make the strategy, I find, different about drawing cards because you can know, without having to worry about it, what's actually there. At any rate, what did I say I was going to do? I said I was going to go to... Oh, that's gone. I think okay, well, so much for those plans. I think I still want to go to Arakeen to draw that card. Do I want to deploy troops for this? Well, I'll deploy 1. That's how I feel. 1 troop. 1 troopular unit. And then what I want to do is I want to go to secure contract with a Dune the Desert Planet. And then what I want to do is I want to go to High Council with Dagger. That's the plan. That would then leave me with 6 persuasion to get Opulence. Now, is the Opulence still going to be there when I'm going to be the last one to reveal? There's a good chance it won't be. Let me say that. I don't know if it's probably not, but it's not probably. All right. 3 of us are in here. Another Swordmaster picked up. Helena not being blocked there, which is nice. Okay, so what did I say I was going to do? Secure contract. Okay. Yeah, there's the opulence. Okay, so much for that dream. So much for that dirty little dream. That's what I get for buying the guild administrator instead of the Arrakis liaison. You give other people an opportunity. Oh, Freeman Camp. What's going into the fight? Surely something is. Well, I mean, maybe I get third place here. All right, well, what is Helena thinking about here? One agent left. No water, no Solari. Who knows? Could be one of these spaces. Could be trying to get into this conflict somehow. Can't go here, though. Can't go here. Can't go... Yeah, there's no conflict being had. Right. Well, I'm still going to get the High Council seat. Oh, Paul, 42 timing out now. I mean, that can happen. I just hope it's not another, you know, I hope we're not getting another AI player in this game. That would be a bummer. Okay. That's not an AI move. Another not being blocked. Oh. Whoa. Wait a minute. Where did that water come from? Did I just miss something? Oh, yeah. It came from there. Okay. So looks like my poor troop is just dust here. All right. Let me get my High Council seat. So I have a beautiful 6 persuasion with which to get nothing super exciting, but maybe something exciting will pop up. Come on. Gaius, Helen, Mohaim. Sardok, our Legion is not terrible. It's not terrible. It's sort of not great in the sense that I'm not going to want to visit Emperor Spaces that many more times. So it's kind of a bummer that way. So what do I want to do with that? Do I want it? I mean, the reveal can be nice. The reveal can be nice. I might be able to sneak something interesting with that. Or do I just get Arrakis liaisons? I mean, it's kind of a weird thing, but maybe I'd rather just get some purchasing power. Maybe a recruiter and see if something cool pops up for 4. No, you know, I'm going to learn my lesson. I revealed opulence for them last time. I'm not doing it again. So I'm actually going to take 3 Arrakis liaisons, which I'm not confident at all is a good move here, but I feel like having just invested in this High Council seat, the way that I'm going to have to hope that pays off, since it may not pay off in good cards at this point, is by getting spices which must flow. So to support that, I'm getting some Arrakis liaisons. It's not like I have 3 in the deck. That is totally reasonable. These are the first ones I've picked up. But my deck is getting a bit junky. Well, we all tie for 3rd? How did that happen? That is hilarious. What? Whoa. Yeah, okay. So I have a choice of intrigue card or spice. I'm somewhat tempted to get spice just because I feel like I'm gonna want a selective breeding if I can, just to kind of thin things out. But not having an intrigue card here, I don't like that. I want to get in the game a little bit with the mystery. Okay. Not a bad card to have available. Terrible purpose. Leto hitting up Haga Basin. That's a good deal. I like that. I have no spice. Yeah. I definitely don't know how to use her properly. I've done okay with her in the past. I've won games with her in the past and stuff, but I've never felt like I really known what I was doing. It's a weird thing. It's like if I can get an early carry all, then it's like, okay, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just getting spice as much as I can. And the doubling of it makes the -1 feel, you're happy to get -1 and draw a card most of the time in that case. But it feels a little bit weird. Like, do I really want to go to Imperial Basin to get no spice and draw 1 card? Like, not really. That's just like a worse Arakeen. You know, 2 water for 2 spice and a card, maybe that's okay, but it just doesn't feel... It doesn't feel great unless I really want to draw a card. And sometimes you do. Well, I want to use Dr. Yue first. So maybe I'll draw a card since I'm not super excited about the rest of these. Do I want to give green a Solari? No, I do not. I absolutely do not. So let me go here. Yeah, okay, interesting. Deploy troops. Lido already has 3 in. Let me put in 1. See if I can get a value 1. Okay, so I'm looking at I think I'm looking at a Spice Must Flow this turn. I think that's what I want to be doing. The question is, what else do I want to be doing? I can afford to play, in terms of persuasion, I can afford to play a dagger because it has no persuasion, and a reconnaissance or a dune. But do I want to play the dagger anywhere? I guess if I play the dagger to here, I could also play this if I wanted to, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. What do I want to do? Maybe I just go here. Yeah. It's not like I really need the water, but I just don't really have much else that's worthwhile doing. Do I want to put in more troops? You know what? I'm going to say no. No. We're sticking with the value 1. Let Lido throw in 7 troops if he wants. This poor AI. You know, somebody else might come in here with a couple of troops. Whatever. I'm sticking with this 1. So, oh, that's unfortunate because my next move was to play the dagger there. Because I've got nowhere else to play it. What's in my deck? Because I could draw a card. Okay, everything except this dagger would draw me back the persuasion that I spend by going here with this dune. So it would get me back up to 9. I have a 7 out of 8 chance of getting back up to 9. I spend 2 water, I get 2 spice. The card kind of doesn't do much for me. And I might get something I actually would rather play. So you know what? I think it's just an early reveal. Yeah. We'll get the Spice Must Flow. Oh, I also had this recruitment mission. I kind of forgot about that, but I wouldn't have wanted to use it this turn anyway. Hey, I'm Muse. Hello there. How's it going? It's going well. It's going well. I mean, the game, I don't know if the game is going well. I guess if you look at the score, it's going okay, but that rarely means a whole lot at this point. I don't feel like things are going particularly well. I haven't gotten any kind of interesting cards, I don't think. The other people have picked up, you know, Opulence, Cheney, Sardaukar Legion, Gurney Halleck, I think, or something was picked up. Maybe not Gurney Halleck. there were some nice cards. What did I get? I did get a power play. I did get that. That's the sound of a subscriber goal. Won't you help me reach my subscriber goal? I just click it because it's like makes a noise every few times I click it. And it's a number that's just like ever filling up. It's just like life, you know, there's always this new thing. Oh, if I just reach this, I'll be happy. If I just reach this subscriber goal, that's the goal. But as soon as you reach it, no, now you got to go higher. Higher and higher and higher. Kwisatz Haderach. Kwisatz Haderach. Is that... Well, I mean, I did buy a whole bunch of 2 cards. Unfortunately, I'm not drawing any of them next turn other than... Well, I guess I might get a couple of liaisons. We'll see. With a couple liaisons, my High Council seat... With the recruitment mission as well? Ooh, that would be tasty to get that and put it on top of my deck. I'm sorry. Pass. I'm sorry, folks. All right, I did get a value 1. How about that? How about that? I like that. So I'm watered up. I'm going to be looking to hit up the Great Flat probably at some point. Not necessarily right now. I got a spice as well. It's poor, hard to come by spice. We're almost at round 7, so the big conflicts are coming out soon. Can I get my spice up in time to be able to Hayliner? Probably not, especially since I've got my Hayliner access cards now, not next turn. I mean, maybe also next turn if I redraw them. But the bigger question, can I get Kwisatz Haderach? I did get the liaison. How would I go about doing it? I mean, I guess Research Station would make sure I could do it. Oh, here comes a Hayliner play. Is it a Research Station kind of a turn? Maybe it is. Because the math, I think, is a little tricky otherwise. So, let's just do it. We're just going to do it. To be honest, I'm not even 100% sure the Kwisatz Haderach is better than just buying Spice Must Flow at this point, but I'm, you know, I've got this recruitment mission. You know, I'll do it. Deploy troops. I'm gonna have not much to support that, but I will put in a value 1. We'll see. Maybe it will be a value 1, maybe it will not. But if I can get 2 spice out of it, that'd be good. All right, and the next play I want to make is, I think, Imperial Spy. I'm not really as desperate for Solari anymore, but it wouldn't hurt to have Mentat money. Or, you know, rally troops money, I guess. But it'd be good to get the Alliance, get the troops from it, and get the Intrigue card out of that. Okay, people are pumping up on the points. Yeah, the points don't matter till the end. I mean, that's true. But the points that are mattering at the end, some of them came from the beginning. So how do you reconcile that? No, no. Oh, God. I was worried about that, but I was just hoping it wasn't going to happen. Okay, well, then it's going to be Spice Must Flow. That settles that. Okay, but it does change my math a bit. Because that's 9 instead of 8. I'm still going to do the Imperial Spy thing. I kind of wish I had Spice to do this, but I don't. Yeah, I want to get another Intrigue card here. I'm going to trash this. Oh, interesting. I don't need it right now, but that's a nice thing to have. Thank you. The beast hitting up hardy warriors. Okay, so it's looking like it's not going to be a big value one troop. You know, at best it's going to be a one spice troop. But, you know, one spice wouldn't be the worst. Do I want to go here this turn? I don't think so. I think next turn to get more spice out of it, since no one else really has water. That's going to be interesting. Okay, what am I going to do here? Because I need to stay at 9, which means if I send anything somewhere, I either need to draw a card or it has to be Hall of Oratory. But none of these are going to draw me a card. Except for the... Oh, it's me? Oh my gosh. Wait, what? No. Why is it showing the clock on me? Oh man, gave me a heart attack there. Okay. Yeah, this is a bummer. Because to get the spice must flow, I have to just kind of forfeit this, basically. It has to just be dagger. Nothing else can replace itself, so... You know, unless I use the Water of Life, which I don't want to do. So... Whatever, I'll just do it. I'll have to see if I want to use my recruitment mission. Probably not. I think I want to save that because I basically want to buy Spice Must Flow every round now. But to that end, I could use it. If I've got a spare persuasion, I could use it and just get an Arrakis Liaison and stick it on top just to get 2. Honestly, I might consider it. Okay, there's the spice for Leto. It would have been good to get more out of this, since spice is kind of what I need in order to be set up for a Hayliner once the big combats come around. But I'm nowhere near. If I go here, I get 3. It puts me at 4, but I'm not getting any of this. Maybe I get 1 of it? So, anyways, we'll do this. We'll do this. Do I want to do this? Well, it could get me the voice, actually, which could be kind of funny. And the voice is, too, like an Arrakis Liaison. You know what? I'm doing it. We'll take the voice, we'll put it on top of the deck. And there's a Peter DeVries. And that's going to be that. I'm not using the Water of Life here. But the idea is next turn, I've got that 2 ready to go. And, you know, maybe the voice will help set me up for something. If I do get this 1 spice, then on my turn, I can use the voice to go to the Great Flat. It will get me 4 spice and draw a card. That would put me to 6. So, and then if I do draw a Space and Guild access, which I've got a reasonable, it's not great. I have an okay chance of getting one. It's not ideal. But theoretically, it could work out. Okay, so I get the 1 spice, which I'm happy to get, honestly. Right, so here we go. Here's a big fight. I do get the guild access. All right, so this is beautiful. Life is beautiful. We're going here. We get just the right amount of spice. We block Hayliner. We deploy some troops because why not at this point? I'm not going to be able to use this Water of Life this turn because the 6 is obviously going to the Hayliner. I mean, I guess theoretically, depending on what else I do, maybe I get more spice here. Maybe I do. Because if I can win this and buy a Spice Must Flow this turn, that would rocket me ahead. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get this point right away. Oh, Alliance is stolen. There is a point here, though. If I can get this point this turn. No, but if I get this point, that means I'm not getting spice. But if I get spice, I also draw a card. Okay, what am I doing when my turn comes around? I'm going to Hayliner. That's what I'm doing when my turn comes around. That's what I'm doing when my turn comes around. And am I going to go there with the Ambassador? Unfortunately, it's not a good time to trash cards for the Ambassador. I could trash a dagger, but is this the turn I want to be losing 1 strength? Probably not. Although, with the Hayliner, maybe that 1 strength is losable. But I'd hate to lose by 1. Because there are intrigue cards in play here, and I do not have a combat intrigue card, but everybody else has at least intrigue cards. So, oh, and there's troops going in. Luckily, at least there's no huge garrison, so like I don't have to worry about whatever the card is that lets you just dump your garrison into the fight. So, do I want to trash a card? Do I want to trash this dagger? You know, maybe I do, because I might need to be able to buy. Yeah, I couldn't really do that in a different order. Let's deploy some troops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Someone does have a Freeman camp, I seem to remember. So, you know what? I'm just going all in on it because the rest of my points are going to come from Spice Must Flow, I think. So let me trash this dagger. It's risky. Maybe I need that dagger. You know what? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because I have 11 cards in my deck. So it's going to be a couple of turns before that dagger would even get reshuffled into my hand. So if it does take that long, then that means I'm desperate to buy a Spice Must Flow, and the dagger might fuck me. But what I really don't want is a situation where I just get a little cute with like, oh, I've got plenty in there, whatever, and I end up losing by 1 or something. Like, you know, someone has a couple of intrigue cards that like blast them up, and it's like I end up tying or something. It would be kind of a nightmare. Okay, so this diplomacy is going to secrets. I can't get the Spice Must Flow, right? Yeah. I'm not sure if I messed something up. I don't think so. So I think I just go here. Because I can't get the spice to use the Water of Life. That was going to be my way of trying to get the Spice Must Flow, but it's not available to me. So I'll just get my point here while I can. Huh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So that draws me a card, but it's probably not going to be enough to get to Spice Must Flow one card out of all of these. So that's probably going to be saved for next turn. Unfortunately, like the easiest way for me to get another point would be here theoretically, at the Spacing Guild, but I don't have any cards that can take me there coming up, unfortunately. How am I going to get the spice for this Water of Life? iMuse asks, in your games, do you pick a lot of cards in the market or you stay soft? By stay soft, what do you mean? Do you mean like just keeping my deck like thin, I guess? If that's the question, it really depends. It really depends. There are games where I buy lots of cards and games where I don't buy many cards. This game, I've mostly got little cheap cards. I've gotten Arrakis Liaisons, The Voice, Guild Administrator. I haven't had an opportunity to get a nice big card, except I did get a power play. That's it. So, okay, do you want to do this? No, no. 5 available. I mean, I could maybe get to 6 to get this, but again, I'm not likely to draw anything I pick up here, really, at this point. So, in a way, it's a risk to expose something good for somebody else. But on the off chance that... Yeah, I'm getting that one. I could have gotten Arrakis Liaison as well, which maybe I should have. I guess I should have. Because if the game goes that long, probably buying a Spice Must Flow gets me to 10. So I think I probably should have picked up the Arrakis Liaison. Because honestly, I have nothing to get in my deck. All I want to do is get Persuasion basically at this point. And how is my Persuasion looking for next turn? I've got 3 Liaisons and a Convincing Argument. Might be alright, but I also have 2 Spice Must Flows and a Dagger. Oh! See, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, no! Oh, that is really painful. That is really painful. What was that? Infiltrate? How did that just happen? Bypass. Well, as you can see, I muted my microphone accidentally during the stream, but thankfully the viewers were very on top of it. They let me know about it, and the issue gets resolved in like 2 minutes. So don't worry, don't go anywhere, and enjoy the rest of the game. Thank you very much, viewers. Check, check, check. We're back, right? Okay. Thank you very much for letting me know. Let me choose my rewards here. What did I get? I got second place. I'm going to take spice. And I'm going to take an intrigue. Okay. The spice is great because that opens up my water of life. Wait. DJ Goa says you can't hear me now still? But I'm hearing we're good from others. So I'm hoping that was just a delayed message. Anyway, I really appreciate you letting me know that my mic was off. That helps me a lot because it would have taken me a while. I might not have noticed it, honestly, if you hadn't told me. So thank you very much. Okay, now as for this game, what in the world is happening here? Yeah, shout out to Fropops, iMuse, DG, Goa, for letting me know and helping me with that. Okay, what in the world? Well, I'm starting with Dr. Yue, I guess. And that will be to where? Arakeen, I suppose? Let's do that. It's getting blue Solari. Does that matter? Probably not. All right. Spice must flow. Did I go for a value 1? I'm going for a value 1. I'm not using any of this stuff yet. But probably next turn I will. These are the cards I'm drawing. Nothing particularly exciting to use, but it's a ton of persuasion. I can draw all 4 of those cards. And more if I go Mentat. Maybe I should. Maybe I should shuffle this up, get something else happening here. Because I do want to get this guild point. Okay, DJ Goa is just started playing the board game. Very awesome. Welcome here. Hopefully this helps. Whose turn is it right now? Just making sure it's not me. Yeah, so when you buy a card from the Imperium row, or what you're calling the market here, when you buy it, it goes into your discard pile. So in the board game, this would be a face-up pile of cards next to your deck. And it's going to sit there until such times when you draw cards at the start of your turn, you draw 5 cards, or sometimes you draw cards by going to a space. When you draw cards, you take them off. Whoa. Jab my mic. You take them off the top of your deck. But, like, if you don't have any cards to draw, then you shuffle your discard pile up. That becomes your deck, and then you draw it. So it takes a little while before cards you buy kind of get in position to get into your deck and into your hand. Okay, what am I doing now? Mentat? Let me do a Mentat. Okay. And then I'm going to draw just like a million cards. And hope that I draw something worth using this turn. Because nothing I have is terribly worth using. I also have the research station. I could draw an insane amount of cards this turn, but it's probably... I probably shouldn't blow everything here because I want to make sure I can get a Spice Must Flow this turn and a Spice Must Flow next turn. But I also would like to get, let's say, you know, one of these diplomatic cards to be able to get this guild point. Is there any way for me to get back up to 6 spice for a future Hayliner if that's necessary? I was not planning on trying to go to Hayliner twice this game. What in the world is happening? Is my alliance in danger? I don't like that. Oh, yeah. Right. iMuse. Good call on that. Sometimes you get a chance to put a card straight on top of your deck with an intrigue card. Going here also draws me cards, now that I think about it. Is that something I want to do? No, I want to draw some cards while I still have some actions, I think. So let me... 3, 4. You know what? Let's just do it. Hopefully this is still the start of my turn. Yeah, okay. And it's just a dagger. Pass your turn? No. Okay, so that didn't work out the way I had hoped. So I may have wasted a resource there. But that's what I did. What am I doing now? Where can I go? I can go to a city, get an intrigue card. Or I can go to Carthag and get... Or sorry, I can go to Carthag and get an intrigue card, or I can get some kind of junky spice. Let me just go to Carthag. We'll give green a Solari here. Oh. Well, that's intriguing. Can I do that now? Would that be good for me? I don't think so. I'm going to put in one more, though, and see if I can get second place at least. Do I have just one sword, unfortunately? So yeah, I may have wasted a resource there by using both. Because I had enough for Spice Must Flow, and, you know, I want to make sure I do for next turn. So I could have saved the draw card. You ran out of time to make a move. Wait a minute, is that true? Okay. I thought I made my move. Okay. It's sort of pointless to do it now. Fuck it, I'll just reveal. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Spice Must Flow. And that is that. Oh, that was a follow sound. Okay, do I want to blow this right now to win this? 2 influence somewhere? It could get me... Actually, that gets me an alliance, like, immediately. Fuck it, let's do it. It gets me an alliance and an intrigue card right now. So I like this because it's a point. It's a point right now. It puts me 1 point away from 10. And there's a couple ways I can get to 10 next turn. Next round. I could get there by going to the Spacing Guild and getting this point, or I could get there by buying a Spice Must Flow. DJ Go, thank you for the follow, by the way. If I forgot... No! God damn it. Okay. Does that mean I'm going to lose an alliance somewhere? No. Oh, that's... Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. That's a couple of combats I've been... Helena has come back and, like, shocked me on a couple of fights in a row now where I was, like, really confident I was going to win. All right. Steals the Freeman Alliance back from the Beast, so it doesn't harm my score, at least. Okay, I get a Master Tactician. You know, maybe that'll help, but I'm not in a position to really fight too much anymore. Battle for Carthage. Oh my goodness. Who controls that? The Beast. The Beast is in a good position to actually win this. Has the spice for a big move. I do as well if I can somehow muster it up. Okay, but the Great Flag gets taken, which is very sad for me. I can still get enough if I go here. But I want to make sure I have enough for Spice Must Flow. It's probably worth trying. You know, maybe the Hayliner can... It only gets... It puts 5 troops in, right? Which may not actually be enough, the way this turn is looking. But... Is that the way? Well, I also can get this point. I want to make sure I do that. But yeah, if I can go to Hayliner, that would get me the point. So I think it's worth trying. That's going to be... Let me just do this. Right, and I should have been able to check what that card was. I forgot to. Okay. Okay, so this is actually 2. So I'm sitting on... Yeah, I think he goes to Hayliner. Okay. Okay. Well, I still can get my point out of going to fold space, assuming no one else wants to do that. And I should have enough for Spice Must Flow. So that gets me to 10. So it's a question of... First of all, can I get to that fold space? Okay, looks like I can. And then the next question is going to be, can someone else catch me? I don't know. I don't know if someone else can. Well, we might as well send the guild administrator, I guess. It's either that or diplomacy. We'll do this because he works for them. Well, he works for me, but he works for them. It's complex. We'll get the point. We'll trash a card just for fun. Let's get rid of a dagger here. I can use the Water Peddlers Union, but there's no need at the moment. Again, this is something I still hope they fix in the interface. They've tweaked a few things, which has been good, and it's pretty good to begin with. But this thing is still, to me, not good. This is not acceptable that you have this preview thing. It trains you to just rely on it, right? It trains you to stop manually counting your persuasion, and because it works most of the time. But there are times like this where it's not telling me that actually it's not counting this to persuasion here, which, you know, it shouldn't, but it should have it in brackets, or like there should be something there saying you have an optional 2 persuasion as well. Look at the intrigue cards being bounced around. My goodness. There could be some endgame cards that matter. Oh. Okay. Guild Alliance taken by Paul 42. What was I going to do here? I don't think I can do anything because I'm sitting at 7, 8, 9 now. If I play anything, then that drops me, which I don't want to do. So it's just a reveal. Yes. I'll take the persuasion and I'll take a Spice Must Flow, bringing me to 10 points. Will it be enough? We'll see. I'll take the water just because, you know, it is a tiebreaker. It's unlikely to come down to that. I have way more spice than anybody. So even if someone manages to get to 10, I should be good. DJ Go, I would be curious to hear why you think the deck building in Dune is more interesting than the deck building in Dominion. I like them both, but they are very different. I'd be curious to hear what you like about this one and what you don't like about the other one. The Beast, 24 strength in the conflict. Look at that wall of troops. It's so symmetrical. Look at this. It's all symmetry here. We've got this square, you've got these lines, they all line up. It's like some kind of secret language. 11. Okay, there's a spice must flow for Patrick. Yeah. Yeah. So it's true. I feel the same way. In Dominion, it's like you look at what your hand is, you just see how much money you have, and you know what your action cards are, whatever, and it just kind of plays itself in a lot of ways. There's sometimes are difficult decisions to make and interesting decisions for sure. Here's reinforcements. Wait a minute now. Okay, that's, well, with the 3 intrigue cards, anything could still happen, I guess. You would need a lot of power to make up that difference. Yeah, it's interesting. You know, I was having a discussion with a friend who I introduced Dune Imperium to, the board game. We were playing the board game version, but just like this, no expansions or anything. And look at that. And he loves Dominion at 9 points here. He was kind of feeling that Dune had more luck than Dominion. Plans within plans. Does he have enough? Enough to get to 10, but not 11. So I went on the Spice tiebreaker. All right, great game. Great game. All right, well, it's another game that I win with Ariana without really knowing how. But Apius must flow. Yeah. All right, well, if it works, it works. Let me queue up for another game here. What's this? 3-player game? No. Well, you know what? Why don't we mix it up with a 3-player game? I normally play 4-player, but you know what? Why not? I often actually play 3-player. I often play 3-player games in person. That's, you know, it often just works out where there's not, you know, a 4th player. And I love the game at 3 players. I think it's a fantastic 3-player game. So I shouldn't be so snobby here about only playing 4-player games. Mix it up. Throw in a 3-player game. It does change things. You know, it changes the way things work. The spice tends to build up more on the planet. You're less likely to be blocked with where you want to go. You know, the way that buying cards from the Imperium row feels a little different because there's fewer people buying them before your turn comes around. It's interesting. Okay, you know what? I have not played Ilban in a long time, so I'm going to pick Ilban. Ilban might be the leader that I have played the least recently. Okay, look at our friends here. Skirmish. We're skirmishing. So, talking about the difference between luck in Dune and Dominion, you know, my first reaction when he said that was, I don't feel like there's more luck in Dune because it feels like it makes a big difference. Like you have important decisions to make. And yes, there is luck, but someone who's really good at the game is going to win way more often than someone who isn't. Okay, let me take my turn and continue that thought. Ooh, I have 5 persuasion and I want to keep it that way. Maybe even, do I want to even get to 6? Do I want to get crazy here? This Signet Ring might go to Hall of Oratory. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it because I would be quite happy to get an early Thufir Hawat. That would be a delight. An early Gurney would also be great, obviously. But to get to 6, I would have had to do an early reveal. Wait, could I have even gotten to 6? Yeah, I could have, right? I could have not played my Signet Ring, I suppose. If I'd played the if I'd played the dagger instead, I would be at 6. But I wouldn't have gotten the Solari. I guess I just really wanted that Solari. So, you know. Whatever. Thufir is a great friend. And I refuse to be disappointed in being able to get Thufir Hawat, of all people. I want more Solari. Yeah. I want more Solari. I'm always going to want more Solari as Count Ilban Richese because he's a ruthless negotiator. Whenever you pay Solari for the cost of a board space, draw a card. So look at all those cards. So going to Mentat, going to High Council, going to Rally Troops, getting your Swordmaster, all of those things draw a card. Okay, we're going to do a reveal, and we're going to get Mr. Thufir. I kind of like these guild bankers, but no. It's Thufir. Okay, so this game feels very different already from the last game, where I got no card more impressive than a single power play. Granted, it is an impressive card, but it doesn't stick around in your deck to kind of like help you feel, you know, impressed. Whereas a turn 1 Thufir Hawat is going to be coming up a few times in this game. He's going to be helping me go where I need to go. Why is it always and or? What about or and? He's going to give me some intrigue cards, which is, you know, just a nice thing to get. All right, raid stockpiles. Okay, there's my diplomacy. So I think I want to get... I think I just want to get more Solari here. And maybe even hit up a High Council seat. Will that... Nah, it won't get me to Gurney, but it will get me to Sardaukar Legion. That could be fun. Or do I just get 3 spice and then sell the Melange for even more Solari? That's something I could do. Nope, we're going to do it this way. Also, getting that High Council seat will draw me a card because of the aforementioned ruthless negotiator ability. And so I may well end up with enough for Gurney Halleck here. I may well. And if I don't, the Sardaukar Legion. Either way, starting this game off with some big cards, which is a fun thing to do. Let them fight over their stockpiles. The petty concerns. Their petty concerns are beneath me. Still suits. Well, this must be looking kind of attractive to Ariana here, given what I learned. Not that what I learned, but what I experienced last game. Okay, so what did I say I was doing? I said I was doing... I'm just going to do it. It's a bit... Oh, okay. Well, Gurney, you will be mine. Right, so I want to get back to the idea of luck with Dune Imperium and Dominion. But let me first welcome Gurney Halleck to the team. Come on, Gurney. Gurney and Thufir are teaming up. Everything is right. Okay, I could buy a Sardaukar infantry. Now, do I want to dilute my Gurney and my Thufir with that? Normally I would say no. Ooh, there's also an assassination mission for more Solari tastiness. Normally I would say no, but I'm going to do it because I recently was reading, I think it was in the Direwolf Discord, the company who makes this game and many others. The designer of the game, Paul Denon, what a genius. He mentioned in the chat or something how he liked Sardaukar infantry, and he felt like, you know, he'd won some games by having it. And so, you know, I'm going to try it out. It's not like I've never gotten it before, but it tends to be a card I don't buy. These one-costers. Sometimes I do. It has no agent icon. Only good for a reveal, but a Persuasion and 2 swords is basically triple the value of your standard cards, so I can see a case for it. So, oh, holy, look at the spice getting pumped up here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the thing. In Dune Imperium, at a certain point, I was like, yeah, I guess there is more luck in it, in the sense that there are more vectors for luck to play a factor, right? So in any deck building game, of course, the cards that you draw is based to a degree on luck. You have, you know, some agency over what cards are in your deck, and so, you know, that matters, but sometimes you just don't draw the ones in your hand at the same time to trigger your Freeman Bond, or you don't get the persuasion that you wanted to get this turn, and so on, right? That matters. And in Dominion, that's kind of all that matters. You draw your hand, you see what you get, and that's mostly the game. So in that sense, there's more luck in Dune, because there's intrigue cards which are random. There's the cards you draw which are random. There's the cards that show up in the Imperium row at certain times which are random. Okay, let me take my turn. Do I want an intrigue card, or do I want to use him? I think I want to use him. Do I want more Solari? Should I do something else? What are we fighting over? Mentat here. I do want Solari, right? I pretty much always do. The question is, how do I want to get it? The spice route is not particularly exciting at the moment. Could draw another card with him. Or save him and get an intrigue card. That's not a bad thing. But no, I'm going to do this. Okay, there's my infantry. All right, we'll see what that does. I'm not planning to be involved in this fight, really. But maybe that'll influence me, actually, to get in on it. Right. Hayliner. Well, I guess when you have 13 spice. I guess when you have 13 spice, you might as well. I don't know. Well, what else are you going to do with it? You know, you could breed selectively. Okay, so there are many more vectors of luck in Dune than in Dominion. Dominion, basically, it's just the shuffle of your deck. And the shuffle of other people's decks, but that's true in Dune as well. But I think there are also a counterbalancing, and we can discuss the ratio, but there's also a degree, there's more degree of skill, I think, in Dune. You have more decisions to make, and therefore more opportunities to make a good decision or a bad decision. Do I want to get in on this? I guess I might as well get in on it a little bit. Maybe I'll just pick up some... Let me just get another intrigue card here. Okay, that's good to have. We're going to go for a value 1. If I put in 2, I wouldn't quite be able to match him with my swords. So yeah, there's more avenues for skill also in Dune than in Dominion, I believe. In Dominion, your decision is, what do I buy? Essentially. Sometimes, you know, the cards, which cards you play in which order from your hand matters, but most of the time it's pretty inconsequential. All right, I have 6. There's nothing super exciting. Do I want a Sardaukar Legion? Or do I pick up a Shifting Allegiances, which is a pretty nice... You know what? We're going big this game. We're going big. Ooh, there's another big. But I'm going to skip this assassination mission because I don't think I'm going to have a great opportunity to trash it anytime super soon. But... you know, it would be interesting to see. And really the only way to kind of test which game has more luck, so which game is game to game more influenced by luck than the other, would be to have like long-term tracking of high-level play, right? If it's the case that people can, you know, stay on top of whatever standings there may be, then that indicates that whatever luck there is, it's not mostly luck. Skill, you know, over time across games averages out to being quite important. And I'm sure that's true of both Dominion and Dune. And you'd have to somehow measure the difference. You know, how consistently do the top people stay in the top in each game? I don't know. So ultimately, I don't think we can answer it. At least easily. Plus, Dominion has almost 0 interaction. Yeah. Yeah, that's the main downside of Dominion to me. I love Dominion, but sometimes I don't feel like playing Dominion because it's just... you just take turns playing solitaire for the most part. I mean, it's not totally true, right? You do have to adapt what you're doing based on what other people are doing. And there are some cards that, you know, affect the other players. But I would say there is more interaction. I mean, Dune is also not a high interaction game as far as that goes. It's just, I think, higher interaction in the sense that you're blocking people and stuff. All right, here's Gurney. Am I going to get a Spice Must Flow this turn? I don't know. I think I want this Reverend Mother, but I don't have a lot of Bene Gesserit cards. Maybe I can get a couple here. All right, anyway, Gurney wants to play. I also want to get a Sword Master. So let me do this first. And then I'll get the Sword Master. And then hopefully Gurney will have somewhere to go. Hopefully he will. Oh no. I'm gonna get blocked at Sword Master. No! I can infiltrate. Okay. That is nice. Oh man, I played Rise of Ix for the first time earlier today. I'd never played it before. I just played base game, you know, many games at this point. Not as many as a lot of people, but you know, I'm used to this now. I think there's still a lot for me to learn. But there's a lot of patterns that I'm comfortable with, and I kind of know how the game goes, and you know, which rounds do I need to do what and all that. Set kind of patterns for how to get to a sword master. And oh man, Rise of Ix, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It was an interesting feeling. You know, the still suits into Great Flat, into Selmelange. There is no Selmelange. Okay, Gurney. Gurney, I'm a little... No, it's Swordmaster. Okay, so Tobias, I think, did not have a green space, I guess. All right, so is it Gurney? I think it is. Diplomacy is a consideration. Just, you know, every little point from diplomacy counts. At the moment, I'm Nowheresville on Freeman and Bene Gesserit and no. Wait, I'm Nowheresville on everything except the Emperor. I mean, yeah, the Rise of Ix, it is interesting. I'm at some point maybe I'll make a video or something about my first impressions with it. You know, really not knowing much about it. I've, you know, I'm familiar with basically what's in it, but I haven't played it and I haven't watched a bunch of people play it or anything. So it's like, it's nice. I like being surprised by new stuff, like new Imperium cards, new intrigue cards, new leaders, new conflicts, and new tech tiles. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I don't know that I will necessarily end up thinking it's better with Rise of Ix, because honestly, I think Dune Imperium, just the game, Dune Imperium, the base game, is a work of actual genius. Like, it's such a good game. It's designed so well that all of this extra cool stuff may very well be cool, and it does seem cool. But I don't necessarily know that it will be a better game. Well, it looks like Gurney is going to be going to Arakeen here, because I think I want to use Gurney when he shows up. It'd be a shame not to. Oh, look at... Oh, look at all of this. Deploy troops? Yeah, let's deploy troops. 4 or 3? Whatever. It's 4. Yeah, I don't have any daggers here. I've got the ambush when I need it. Hayliner. Second Hayliner play from Tobias. Okay, fine. So throwing in 4, well, it'll make Tobias burn more, I suppose. Maybe my ambush will even... No, it will not even things out. Okay, so that's a second place for me. What am I gonna... What's gonna happen with Tobias here? The Guild Alliance? Probably. Everyone is pretty weak on the influence tracks here. Well, the Gaius is gone, so I guess it's just a really early Spice Must Flow here. I mean, it's kind of funny that my first victory point is a Spice Must Flow, but, you know, shifting allegiances could end up being better. It is also persuasion at the moment. Whatever. It's too tasty. It must flow. And honestly, I don't mind having Spice Must Flows to reveal for Spice. That's fine. Do you want to snoop? No. Yeah, Dominion can be very autopilot. You know, it's like six, what is the name for the currency? 6 coins, you know? Okay, gold. You know, it's like silver, gold, silver, gold. It's like pretty autopilot sometimes. But that's not to say that there's also like, there is definitely skill in Dominion. Good players, like, they can win. Uprising, yeah. Uprising, I have not played. I probably will not play for a while. This doesn't quite do it. Uprising looks very cool. It looks very cool, but again, I think it's going to be hard to beat the original in terms of just like what I think is the better game ultimately. But I haven't played it. I'll have to play it a bunch and see, and I look forward to doing that sometime. But yeah, it looks cool for sure. The spies is interesting. DJ Go says, "Is Swordmaster a must play?" Hey, oh, okay. Good thing I'm the first player I can burn an intrigue card here because I'm sitting on 4. That's not good. I guess this is a good time for Sardaukar Legion. Oh my god, I don't have a top card of my deck, so I can't use the Poison Snooper. That I should have. Oh my god, that is bad. I have to just waste my Infiltrate? That doesn't feel good. Can I draw a card somehow? No. Really? That's really rough. I don't want to lose one by somebody going to secrets here. I was really I was happy to have that Infiltrate, but I think I have to just burn it. Oh, that hurts. Oh man. Well, so, is the Swordmaster necessary to win the game? No, it is not necessary. I have won at least one game without having the Swordmaster. I have seen other players do it, but I would say it is pretty rare. I think most of the time you want to get your Swordmaster as early as you can. But sometimes you can't. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, or the things you would have to do to get it just become too expensive in terms of resources and time that it just ends up being better to abandon it, right? Because you have to spend like a few turns just to get it, and then it's going to pay you back in future rounds by having an extra turn. But sometimes in future rounds you end up early revealing, you know, and not even using it. Or depending on when you get the Swordmaster, you might only have a couple of rounds left. So, yeah, it's like almost everything in this game. I would say there is not one totally definitive 100% answer. But most of the time I would, personally, at least for me, I focus very heavily on trying to get my Swordmaster as early as I can. Some strategies are agent driven and some are reveal driven. Yeah, sometimes the reveals can be big, right? That's true. You can have kind of a strategy based on like revealing a lot of swords to win conflicts or getting effects that way. or having cards that trigger in your reveal, like Opulence. Others are more heavily based on actions, sending agents and agent effects. Yeah, for sure. What am I doing? I could get a Mentat, draw a couple of cards. I want to get in on this conflict, I think. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to hit up the Mentat. It draws 2 cards for me. I guess I could have used that first. I'm not going to do that yet, but I will do that next turn. So, like, for Tobias here, this is a pretty... It's a kind of late Swordmaster, right? We're already in round 5. So... I'm not saying it's a bad move. He already had 8 Solari. He's choosing that instead of a High Council seat. All right, let me do this. Is there anything in there I want to trash? Yeah. Not my friend Gurney, though. Gurney is a friend that I want to put to work because I would like to win this. And you know what? Let's draw another card while we're at it. Oh, Thufir. Thufir. What a wonderful person. All right, let's put in... I can put in a lot here. I'm going to put in 5. I think that should be plenty. I have both of these cards. The thing is, I want to win so that I can demand respect. It would be nice to have another spice for it, though. Can I get another spice? Here. I'm also one off of a spice must flow, which I would like to get. I guess since I'm so pumped up on persuasion already, I might as well try to go all the way. So, what have we got in here? 1 convincing argument, also a spice must flow. So average of 1. Expected value persuasion to draw is 1, possibly 2, possibly 0. If I just go to Hall of Oratory, that gets me to 9. I think that's what I'll do. So that means I won't get a spice, though. Other option is send Thufir to get a spice. Draw a card with him. Hope that I get the convincing argument, and then I can get a spice must flow as well. Maybe it's not worth going through the hoops of risking it just to pay spice for a boost. But I kind of want to. But if I don't use my get an intrigue card. So let me do it like this. Yeah, Uprising. I mean, I think it's been popular. I think people have enjoyed playing it. It looks very cool. The worm, I have to say the worm mechanic, the going to get the maker hooks and then the summoning the worms and getting... How dare you? How dare you do this? Okay, well, hopefully this ambush keeps me in it. And this dagger. The worms thing to me is not... Maybe it's good. Again, I have to play with it, and maybe I'll like it, but it doesn't sound great to me. It's like a cool theme to be able to summon worms for sure, and the theme of it seems very cool. Like you get the hooks, and then there's like the shield wall, and you can blow it up. It's like very thematic, which I appreciate. But I don't know if I love the dynamic of, Kwisatz Haderach. Do I want to get that instead of the Spice Must Flow? Maybe it's early enough. I am about to reshuffle my deck, so it will shuffle in. So I'll get to use it. I mean, we're still pretty low on points. I'll get to use it at least once. Is that going to get me a point? Oh, look at you. Thufir, you dear friend. You know what? I'm going to do it. Like I said, we're going big cards this game. It's early enough. I'm about to reshuffle. I'm not buying one of those. That I think getting the Kwisatz Haderach will... I think that will be able to get me a point somehow to make up for not buying the Spice Must Flow. And, you know, if I get a couple times out of it, maybe it's worth more than 1 point. It just has to be worth at least 1 for it to be worth getting. I'm not sure, though. What? Okay, fighting for second here. Well, that makes sense because third gets nothing in a 3-player game. Okay, so I'm still first. I'm happy with that. So I get influence here and I get... You son of a... What else you got? Okay, just fighting for second? I'm fine with that. Okay. So, I get 2 there and 1 here. What can that do for me? So I get 2 in a single faction. I could go up to get close to this Bene Gesserit alliance. Going up here would open up Siege Tower. That seems wise. Will now demand respect. And... This is... It's kind of a lost cause down here. I might as well make my way up the Bene Gesserit track. The guild... I do have that guild one. Maybe I messed that up. I could have gotten 3. Bing, bing, bing. Actually fight for that, but I still might not get it, is the thing. Do I care about that? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. You know, maybe there's a turn where I've got Gurney Halleck to play and these spaces are blocked or something. I might as well open that up. Siege of Carthage. Does anyone have that? Okay. I've got a lot of troops to play with, thanks to Gurney in large part. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to Spice Must Flow here. Drawing cards is good for me because I have good cards to get. Even something like getting some spice and then selective breeding would be a kind of a nice thing to do. Draw me cards, get rid of some bad cards. You know, maybe it ends up working out where I get one of my good cards an extra time in the game. Because we do still have, you know, 4 rounds. Do I do what I said? Do I pick up some spice? I think I might as well get this cheap spice here. And yeah, we'll throw in some troops. No need to use the guild authorization yet. I'm used. You avoid looking at Uprising because it spoils the second movie. Okay, yeah. So I take it you have not read the books then. That's tough. I mean, it's tough in the sense if you want to stay unspoiled for something like that, because Dune is such a... Ooh, another Hayliner. Is that the third Hayliner play? Jeez, man. You know, it's a very big book historically. It's a huge book. So a lot of people have read it and know how, you know, how the book goes. And especially if you're playing Dune Imperium, a lot of people have played it, you know, are familiar with the books. And you know, I might mention things here. I try not to be too specific, but I occasionally reference, you know, things from the books. So I hope that doesn't spoil anything. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do a little selective breeding here. So we will lose this Dune the Desert Planet. Draw 2 cards. Hey! Again, no need to use the guild authorization. Might as well keep that a mystery for now. It's not mattering at the moment. DJ is one of, or basically the question is, you know, are any of the characters considered like bad or weaker than the others? I'm sure people have tier lists, and you know, if you ask people who have played this game like thousands of times or whatever, they would probably be able to tell you. I don't know. I like them all, honestly. Okay, I can save that for later. That can take me anywhere I want to go. So Dakar Legion, well, he can be a surprise. Deploy 3 troops. 2 and 3. It's probably not enough to matter. Maybe I just get some water here. Or do I spice it up and do another selective breeding? I could do something crazy like that, except I have no way of getting spice. So... if I put in another 3 troops... he has 3 and 2. I'd still be pretty short. I'm just getting water so that I have access to Research Station or the Great Flat if I want it. And I'm keeping the Kwisatz Haderach because that's an extra action I can still use. But yeah, in terms of which leaders are better than others, I don't know. I don't feel like I have quite enough data to say. All right. Kwisatz Haderach. Oh, that draws me a card also. Anywhere else I want to go? I don't think so. Let's just do this. Whatever, we'll take it off of here. We're gonna need to burn that guild authorization. Oh no, I don't have to do it yet, but you know what? I'll just do it. Three there. If I had put in 3 there, you know what? Maybe I played that a little too safe. Maybe I should have... Yeah, I should have put in 3 troops. Anyway, I didn't. Because if I had all those troops in there, I would be ahead, and I still have this. And if I put in 1, I could have staged an incident. Anyways, I'm a little bit off the ball here. Let me get back on track. 5. Let me just go with Bene Gesserit's sister. See what pops up for 2, if anything. Do I want a guild administrator? We're going to go Arrakis Liaison. It's possible that I should be putting fewer cards in my deck here because I do have some good stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just like reducing the chances of getting Kwisatz Haderach, but I also have some kind of junky stuff. So we're passing here. I think I could have... I think I blew that. I think I could have gotten that victory by using the reveal from my Sardaukar Legion and having put troops in, but whatever. It's just, you know, I distract myself with this monologue, right? I love it, and sometimes it helps. It helps to talk things out, but sometimes it also sort of keeps me from focusing in a certain way, and I miss things sometimes. All right, I want to get some spice here, so probably the Haga Basin is enough. Just the 1 water for 3 rather than the 2 water for 4. Well, that's not an option, so how about the Great Flat? Calculated higher. Take the Mentat. All right, so the Mentat is out of commish. I think I want to take this spice here. And do I want to be able to pop up 2 on a track? It could come in handy. Oh, there's Gurney. Well, let's deploy some troops this time. Let's put in 2. And there we go. I might be able to... What's my last card? Sardaukar Infantry. Okay, so far it hasn't been critical, but we'll still give it a chance. I might be able to get myself a Spice Must Flow this turn. Gurney's going to draw me 1 at least. If he goes to Arakeen, it's 2. Well, it's not Arakeen. I'm out of water again. I blew it last time on this. Giving green a Solari isn't the worst thing in the world. It's just I don't want to get to 4... I don't really want to get to 4 intrigue right now. So maybe I just send him to Siege Tabor. I think that probably makes sense. We'll deploy... Yeah. What is that 2 really going to do for me, though? It's going to be a point, right? Here. Can I steal that? Freeman Alliance will be an interesting question. It also gets me an intrigue card. We'll do it like that. For those of you here watching live on Twitch, very happy to have you here. It's always fun to play this game with people, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, that is awesome too. Super glad you're enjoying the videos. If you are enjoying it, feel free to subscribe right there. You can follow on Twitch, twitch.tv/bludgeon if you're on YouTube right now. These days I've been streaming Sundays at, what is it, 10 a.m. Eastern? I have to do the calculations. That's been the schedule, once a week, a couple games. Feel free to tune in. Ooh. Why was I pointing? I was pointing because usually at the end of the video I point to the little like icon where you can click to subscribe. That's not going to be there. So yeah, was it here somewhere? Anyway, you know where it is if you want it. Dams 77,350. Deciding what to do. The beast here is fighting me on this, but I do have some intrigue cards to play if it comes down to it. And if I need to, I can stage an incident to get a point that way. How can I... Yeah, I can't. I think I probably want to get some Solari, honestly, with what's left to me here. I think I want to get some Solari to open up Mentat or even a rally troops in the coming turns. Shifting allegiances. What's going to happen here? Will it be activated? Yes. Okay, what's happening? No, it's been undone. Secrets is why I didn't want to have 4 intrigue cards in my hand. But I'm going to end up with 4 if none of these get played. But I have a feeling something will get played. Signet Ring also gets me a Solari. Now, I can't use that Solari to go to the Mentat, for example, because I need to have 2. I need to pay 2 to go to the Mentat, so I can't go there. So let's just do this. For some reason, that felt like more Solari than I was expecting to have. But that's good. Sitting on 5, so that leaves me open to either the Rally Troops, which draws me a card because I am Ilban and I am a ruthless negotiator. Or it goes to Mentat, which draws 2. Which is kind of nuts. For 2 Solari, draw 2 cards and get another action for it. It's pretty good. So I do have the swords to support myself. I think I have a good chance to win this. We'll see. There's still an agent here. It's going to be wealth. Okay. What's kind of awkward, though, is... in a way, I want to play at least one of these things. Can I stage an incident and win? It's possible if I burn everything. Maybe even if I just use 2. I need to see what Tobias reveals. Like, he went in pretty hard here if he's just thinking of getting second. It's going to be hard for him to catch me. Maybe I can afford to stage an incident and still win. Okay, 6 persuasion is not what I want here. Do I want a Smuggler's Thopter for any reason? Do I have 2 guild influence? No. I could get it, but that's not... You know what? It's pretty sad, but that's no. That's no thank you. One sword. So at the moment, I can stage an incident and still win. I can stage an incident, lose... No, I can't. Losing 3... What am I talking about? Losing 3 is -6, so that takes me to 7. If I then play an ambush, it takes me back up to winning potential. You know what? I feel like... Is that worth it? I'm basically spending 2 intrigue cards to get a victory point by doing that. That seems a bit dumb. I think I could find another way to stage an incident. In a fight where I'm going to lose or something, someone overtakes me. Honestly, I don't know. I'm tempted to do it also just to like empty out my intrigue cards because I might get another one. So... I'm doing it. We'll see. Maybe he has enough he can overtake me now, but I do have the tiebreaker to help. If I blow it here, that would be really bad. Okay. I got away with it. I don't know if it was the best move, but it felt kind of fun. Okay, so I get 2 influence, and I get another intrigue card. That's the thing. I did not want to end up with 4. Especially since I can just take that Bene Gesserit alliance right now. And then I can take the guild right now and also be set there. So I have a point everywhere. Oh, it's 2 gain... Okay, choose 1 faction to gain 2. It'd be fun if I can steal that. I am the first player next turn. Maybe I can steal that alliance. That seems a little goofy. Let me just do this. Lead a junk. Good gambit. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Bribery. Oh, that's a nice card to have. Charisma is also a nice card. Battle for Arakeen. Okay, so, well, I think it's just Hayliner, right? Nobody else is ready to do it, though. Maybe I don't need to immediately. Hold off. Do some other things first. Okay. Where am I at in terms of... Oh, man. I could have been in range to steal an alliance, but I didn't know that. I might be able to get a Spice Must Flow this turn. Maybe I should just Mentat and draw a couple of cards. Rally Troops could be good. Let's Mentat. Bing and Bing. Okay. Lita Jung says, nice catching you live. I've been watching your videos. Help me get better at the game. Hey, that's great. That's really nice. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sending me that message. I appreciate that. Happy you've been enjoying them. And happy they've been helping you. It's a really cool game, and it's helping me also. Just playing and talking through my moves on the stream or in the YouTube videos. It also helps me think about the game. It's fun for me to think about the game that way. It's a bit different. And I learned from the viewers as well, like some good suggestions sometimes. But it's a deep game. There's just so much to it that I feel like I still have a lot to learn. Okay, he's got spice, which means he wants to go to Hayliner. So that's why I wanted to wait. I kind of wanted to like give someone hope, make them waste a turn getting spice that they can't use. That's what I wanted to do. So Thufir Hawat is going to Hayliner. That gets me a point immediately. Oh, this is looking nice. We're going to deploy everything because if I can win this, I might win this turn. I mean, this round. Does bribery do anything for me right now? No. So we're going to hang on to that Solari because that still could be rally troops, actually. All right. Well, Gurney wants to get into the action here. I think it's Gurney. I don't need to go up here. The question is, do I want to draw an extra card or get another intrigue card? Well, I need to make sure I actually have the persuasion. So playing the Gurney... Well, I'm going to do it, but I want more cards to try to make sure... I guess I have the charisma to back me up. I don't even need to be that worried about it. Would I be better off with... whatever. I'll just do this. Okay, I've got plenty of stuff. We are going to deploy more troops because I just don't want to... I don't want to risk it. You know what I mean? They're all going in. They're all going in because if I win this, it's game over. So there's no point being like, silly about it. The bribery, unfortunately, doesn't really do anything for me. I am currently, it's been a good game for me, this one. It's looking like it's over here. You never know, though. You never know. But I'm trying to think if there's any reason for me to do anything else. Like I have this charisma to use, so I could even send an Arrakis liaison somewhere. I could pick up some troops just for the heck of it, just in case something doesn't go my way. That also draws me another card. Okay, the sleeper must awaken. Very nice. I keep looking at this bribery thinking, is there some way I can do something with that? But there really isn't. that I can see. So I will do this. Okay. "12 persuasion, 0 swords." I mean, if I was worried about a tiebreaker or something, that would have been maybe a bad move, but I'm losing the spice tiebreakers anyway. Okay, but not enough to steal it from me. I might as well... I can just do that now, right? Yeah. The spice must flow. Oh, I forgot I actually have this tiebreaker card, so I would not be losing the spice tiebreaker. Unless I have to play this. Well, I think that's it. All right, that's a win. That's a win in the conflict, and I'm pretty sure that's a win in the game. No possible endgame. Oh yeah, I guess there could be, but you know, it's not the tiebreaker. It makes it look like I did that, like haha, tiebreaker. You can't even get me on the tiebreaker, but that happened automatically. I did not, for the record, do that as some sort of like in your face move. Okay, hey, 2 games, 2 wins. That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. I'm not sure what kind of streak I'm on now. I can't remember if last week, if I won both games or if I think I just won one of the games last week. And I only play when I'm streaming. I'm not playing the rest of the time. So you're seeing all of my games here. You have the full context, you have the full history. And if you've been enjoying watching these games, feel free to subscribe right here. That is cool. You can watch more videos. There's plenty on the channel at this point. You can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/bludgeon. And if you want the YouTube videos, you can just search in YouTube, you know, Dune Imperium Digital, you'll find them. Or you can search Bludgeon Dune Imperium, you'll find them. But that's going to be it for tonight. It's a 2-game stream. That's typically what I do. Thank you so much for everyone watching, chatting. Very fun for me. Hope it was a good time for you. Thank you everyone watching on YouTube. In the comments, I read them all. I appreciate all of that. So with that said, that's going to be it. I will see you next time. Good night, everybody. Good night and goodbye and good morning and good evening and all of the different times of day, which it could be. Okay.